The mic still muted? There we go. Okay, good. Good. Am I the only one who can't hear anything? No. The mic's not muted anymore. It's good. Mac Gilbert. Hey, Mac. All right. Mic muted. Yes, I know. Mic is muted. Mic's no longer muted. Hello. Hi, Super Damon. Super Desmond. Me too. I can't hear audio. No sound. There should be sound now. Better. Okay, there they go. Yeah, okay. Right, there's like a 10-second delay between them. So hello, it's Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and it's Friday, and it's time to do a Feeding the Trolls Live, and I'm doing a Feeding the Trolls Live because the Feeding the Trolls that I did earlier this week at 2 in the morning, I didn't set up the camera correctly, and I literally am just in slow motion. So that whole episode has to be reshot, which is good because honestly, it was 4 a.m. and as a gimmick, it's cool to just do it super tired, but in practice, like the whole episode was looking to be about 25 minutes long. And 25 minutes of me struggling to speak because I'm literally dead on my feet tired. Not really fun. So I'll redo that. Anyway, I am doing this video. This is Gina Canaro versus cancel culture. Because, and I am not a Star Wars fan. Really not. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just, I liked the first 3 movies. I'm not really cool, I'm okay with the prequels. I think that the Clone Wars is okay. I haven't seen any Mandalorian, and I'm not really a fan of the sequel trilogy. But I'm not like a rabid, oh my god, I have to fucking, watch it. And if they don't get the position of a wire on a gun right, I'm going to burn someone in effigy or anything. I'm not when it comes to that, not really. So this particular video does not necessarily appeal to me off the bat, but this is a Patreon request that I've been sitting on for about a month. And they just recently changed their video to this. Originally, it was going to be I had to react to a Last Jedi reaction. I don't get it. So under normal circumstances, I would not be doing this video. I would not be doing something on this video. Because I've never even really seen an episode of Mandalorian. I saw the first episode. I don't want to give Disney money. I'll find a way to get it some other way. I'm not going to say the P word, but I'll find a way. Oh, hi, Mark. But that being said, someone paid me to do this. Someone is... Oh my god, that sounds so wrong. It sounds like this is about to be like an OnlyFans video. Someone paid me to do this? No, but this is a Patreon request. So this is a special circumstance. And I will do this. I'm not going to be happy about it. But all right. So this is... I forget the guy. His name's Desert Coyote 22. Desert Coyote 22 does videos primarily like what you might find on Midnight's Edge or some other fucking channel. Basically, anything that's not going exactly their way is the end of the fucking world as we know it. At any given time, these people are shouting for the exaltation and or the firing of whoever. So, generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of those people. Agreeing with the Trolls Live? Peanuts. Brown chicken, brown cow too. So, anyway, that's what this is. So let's get started. And this is actually good because I'll be able to tell if we get...
Okay. I'm not
All right, so I see the levels. All right, let me adjust those a little bit.
jumping on the Gina Carano bandwagon in hopes to get some clicks.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't fucking lie. Don't fucking lie. I know people who couldn't give a rat's ass about the Gino Carano situation that made videos on the Gino Carano situation to get clicks. Don't fucking lie. I'm not doing this to get clicks. Don't fucking lie, though. Okay. I'm not doing this specific video to get clicks. I am doing this. I mean, obviously, I'm doing a video to get viewers. But don't... This came out, like, right after she got fired. The 15th, she got fired on the 5th. I can't fucking remember this. I don't give a shit. Anyway, let's keep going.
I actually genuinely have thoughts on this matter, because when you look at it...
I mean, I hope you genuinely have thoughts on something. And you're just not going to make a video and sit there going, I don't have thoughts. I love the picture he chose. Yeah, this just slow pans, by the way. If you can see from the scrub, it just slow pans around.
From all sides, you realize the absurdity and how stupid...
Okay, if you... What does he say? I missed it.
You look at it from all sides.
Specifically his side. If you look at it from specifically his side, you'll come to his fucking... Yeah, never trust the PC gamer, bro. The title says audio only, but it's only vision. Yeah.
You realize the absurdity and how stupid this is.
Yes, I agree. I am blown away by how stupid this feels, because I'd much rather be fucking writing, but I said I was going to fucking do this, and I can't keep stalling.
Now, I knew about Gina when she was still a kickboxer, and her being an actress and often playing a strong, badass woman suits her well.
All right.
Now, I will admit, I am not a fan of The Mandalorian.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, actually, let's see. Why not?
Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It looks like it's well written, well made, and I love that it has succeeded in restoring the love of Star Wars for so many people. But even as I do have access to Disney Plus, every time I watch an episode of The Mandalorian, I keep finding excuses to watch something else afterwards.
Very relevant. Extremely relevant. How absurd of them to fire someone based on their actions. Crazy.
Maybe the wounds from Last Jedi are deeper than I thought.
Okay, so Last Jedi. I'm going to piss off some people, and I'm also going to vindicate some other people if I say my opinion on The Last Jedi. But my opinion on The Last Jedi is Star Wars had that mess coming. That was inevitable. That kind of self-implosion was inevitable. Do I think The Last Jedi is a good film? I think The Last Jedi is a pretty film. I think it's a very well-shot, very pretty film with a nonsensical story. But it's very pretty. Do I think it killed Star Wars? No. I think Star Wars ended at episode 6. I don't really think that... I don't think that the sequels were necessary. I really don't. When you get down to it, it was over. Star Wars was over. They killed the Empire, saved the day. Let video games and books and other shit do the what happens later. If you want to make another Star Wars movie, set it 1,000 years in the future. Set it 100 years in the future. You know, so just get away from the sequels and the prequels had this issue where they both had to justify each other's existence. And I feel like that detracted. I feel like if you're going to do a Star Wars movie, set it so far ahead in the future that you don't have to have an obligatory, you don't have to have any fan service that you have is actually going to be fan service. Like you could have like an image over there, like, oh, cool. But make it your own. Like, if you're going to do a Star Wars movie, make it your own fucking thing. Or better yet, set it in the past. Because, I mean, any conflict that happens after episode 6, I feel like is just going to make, episode 6 feel sour. Especially if there's more Sith. If there's more Sith in episode 6, if there's more Sith after episode 6, if there's more and even greater stakes after episode 6, then what was the point of Vader and Chosen One and all that other bullshit? What was the point? But they made it a sequel, and they didn't have a roadmap, and they fucked it up. They did. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that there aren't parts of the movies that I don't enjoy. There are parts of it, and they're all very pretty. They're very pretty. It's a shame that the world ended, and like kids don't play with toys anymore, because the sequel trilogy had awesome toys come out of it. And I'm sure if we lived about 20 some odd years ago and toys were still a thing that people bought, I mean kids bought, not people. Obviously my generation and above buys toys, but it's more of a bizarre thing personally. I don't understand it. So let's see. Which introduced concept? Old Republic. Make an Old Republic film. Have Keanu Reeves play fucking Revan. Do that. That sounds cool. But anyway, let's keep going with this. Here we go.
That's the thing. I know the sequel trilogy has its defenders and its fans. The whole Force's female gimmick and everything they did.
This is why he doesn't like it. It's got nothing to do with anything else. This is why he doesn't like it. He's picking up on like the one or two things, like, Force is female, therefore Star Wars is wrecked.
To crap on the original trilogy, and its legacy has obviously...
Yeah, because when you say the Force is female, you're crapping on the original trilogy. Don't get me wrong, I think it's shallow marketing. Because that's what it is. It's shallow marketing. But it's not fucking crapping on the original trilogy. People wearing a shirt "The Force is female" are not taking a big diarrhea dump on the original trilogy. They're not. Grow up, man. They're fucking movies. It's not like they're taking Sharpies to history books. They're just movies. You don't even have to consider them canon. That's the great thing about it. You can, in my head, they're not. In my head, Star Wars starts at episode 1 and ends at episode 6, and that's it. That's it. Everything else is just, shit that might have happened. It might have happened this way, it might have happened that way, who knows? If you care about canon, just make up your own. Make it head canon. Don't get pissed off when your head canon isn't actual canon, though. As someone who went through a phase of reading comics, really reading a lot of comics, don't get pissed off when canon isn't what you want it to be. If you get upset at a sci-fi series because it screws up its canon, you know what you can do? Write your own. There's not enough good sci-fi right now. There's a lot of things that want to be Star Wars and things that want to be the Expanse, and things that are ripping off the plots of various video games and JRPGs and shit. If you get pissed off at a sci-fi series because it didn't do what you want it to do, Make your own sci-fi series. Then canon is what you want it to be forever. And shit, you can sell it and make money off of it.
It's been a case of get woke, go broke.
They did. They made $1 billion fuck off dollars. They make money hand over fist. They didn't go broke. What do you want? Fuck, I think even the dumb Ghostbusters movie. Let me check. Did the Ghostbusters movie make money? I don't think it did, actually. Let me check. Ghostbusters 2016. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it actually made its money back. But I gotta just double check here. Budget. No, it made its money back. It had a budget of $144 million, and it made $229.1 million. Even that made its money back. Don't give me this get woke, go broke shit. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean no one else fucking did.
They clearly didn't understand the fan base that got them there. We're all for strong female protagonists, but give us something relatable or some kind of development or obstacle for them to overcome. They did the same thing with the Mulan remake. Yeah.
They made it obvious Chinese propaganda? What? I don't remember Star Wars suddenly talking about the glories of Xi Jinping. Now there's a charge that like Rey is a Mary Sue and all that, and kinda. Didn't really train. Didn't really just had the powers out the gate. Now making her a Palpatine. Okay, so like, I realize I just said a whole bunch of shit about how I don't care about Star Wars, and I'm about to talk to you about here's how I would write the sequel trilogy. I just said don't make a sequel trilogy, and I'm about to say here's how to write a sequel trilogy. But if I was making a sequel trilogy, I would have actually made Rey I would actually stick with Rey being a Palpatine, but I'd make her a Palpatine clone. I'd make her like one of the many clones of Palpatine that he made. And she would be like one of the ones where he's like, okay, if everything goes to shit, let me try it. Like, if everything goes to shit and I gotta get out of here fast, I'll hop into a body that looks nothing like my wrinkly monster face. Like, that's what I would have had Rey be. And that would have made, like, I would have had Palpatine, but he would have been like a ghost. Like, he would have been like, Anubis from Stargate, SG-1. Some people are having a party outside. But yeah, that's what I would have done. But all right. I think he is referencing that the Mulan film was filmed on. Oh God. They don't understand the franchise. You mean the anti-Vietnam War fan base, the anti-Nazi fan base? Yeah.
Just make the female protagonist already perfect in every way and final boss level of power, and they never lose. How is that interesting? But while Kathleen Kennedy's attempt at pushing strong female characters failed with a lot of fans, the Mandalorian crew, which is not the same people that wrote the sequel trilogy, managed to succeed.
Now, Jon Favreau is part of that, and yeah, I think Jon Favreau probably would have made a better sequel trilogy, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to have a sequel trilogy, Jon Favreau probably would have. But the most don't like China. Weasel, looking like a hacker from a mid-2000s movie. Okay, I'm either a hacker from a mid-2000s movie or I'm a Unabomber. Like, which one? Hold on, actually, to do that, I gotta do this. There we go. Now, that zip it up. Yeah. Same 3 criticisms. Yeah.
with the fans
Let's just get through it.
embracing Gina Carano's Cara Dune character. You would think Lucasfilm has what they want. They have a strong female character for all the girls to enjoy.
I have no idea. I've not seen. Okay, I'm literally coming at this probably from a less informed story-wise perspective than he is, just because I've literally only seen the first episode of Mandalorian. I've not seen anything past that. I've seen clips of the sand monster on YouTube. That's it. So anything he says beyond this point about how she's a strong female character or whatever, and she gets defeated or something, whatever, I have no idea. I only know the background stuff, not the plot. So whatever he's saying, he could say that she turned into a magical fucking skull and flew around in space, and I wouldn't be able to refute him.
And for all the male fans to embrace. And, she doesn't play by Hollywood's rules. Wait. She has differing opinions. What?
Yeah, she had some different opinions, all right.
What? She's showing views right of Chairman Mao?
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off with your bullshit. This is another guy, another person who thinks that if you don't agree with everything that fucking Trump says, you're a communist. Another guy who thinks that anything that's not in his sandbox is communism. Fuck off, man. Chairman Mao. You don't know. I would be willing to bet this guy only knows 2 things about Chairman Mao. Bald head, Cultural Revolution, and maybe a third thing would be China. He doesn't know jack shit about all the other bad shit the guy did. Whatever, man.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Yeah, we get it.
She expressed concerns over voter fraud after...
There's no voter fraud. There's no fucking voter fraud. Voter fraud is a grift. There's no voter fraud. The only voter fraud that was ever found was people voting for the other side. Was people voting for Trump. Twice. Give me a fucking break.
The election. What? Oh, wait. She's making fun of masks on social...
Yeah, don't make fun of masks. You need to fucking wear masks. We need to get rid of this fucking shit. And maybe I'd be able to go outside by now. Maybe if you took masks fucking seriously, I wouldn't have to be in this fucking box still. Maybe we could have fucked this thing up by fucking October or some shit. Hey, maybe if people had taken masks seriously, maybe Trump would have won, because we wouldn't have been operating in the middle of a fucking pandemic still. But masks are basic public fucking health is partisan. And now Star Wars is mixed in with this shit. God damn it. Fuck. Ironically, being pro-Mao is illegal in the PRC. Yeah. Oh, but Weasel, there was a whole episode in The Mandalorian where Garno worshipped Mao. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't fucking know.
Social media? No, you can't have that. Uh-oh. She's expressing a point of view that criticizes cancel culture?
You can criticize cancel culture. You can. The fucking Young Turks criticize cancel culture. You idiot. Keep going.
And people getting persecuted for their beliefs?
someone on the right being fired for making fun of trans people is not the same as the Holocaust. I know. Shocker. But facing repercussions for saying transphobic shit is not the same as the Night of Long Knives. It's not. Gina Carano, he just fucking said the name too. I have no excuse. Her getting fired for repeatedly saying shit like this and other stuff. Her getting fired for that is not the same as concentration camps. It's not. I can't believe you have to say shit like that too. I mean, remember when, like, I want to say it was like 10 years ago, and even during the Trump administration, really, where if you said this shit, where if you said, like, if you brought up, like, well, isn't this fascist? People would laugh and go, hey, Godwin's Law. Well, dude. Oh, but when it's on his side, it's fine. When it's his side bringing up Godwin's Law, when it's his side bringing up Godwin's Law or violating Godwin's Law, it's fine. But when it's on the left, that's when there's problems. It's all hypocrisy. I'd have to read her tweets to really see what transphobic remarks were. Conservative victim complex again. Sadly, Trump would have probably have won had it not been for COVID. And had it not been for incumbent advantage, good economy, allegedly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Let's get back at her for criticizing cancel culture and proving cancel culture doesn't exist by petitioning and getting her fired.
It wasn't just a petition. It wasn't just a fucking petition.
That makes perfect sense. I kid you not. As I'm typing this thing, the stupid grammar corrector is suggesting I don't use the phrase criticizes cancel culture.
Okay. What are you using? You're saying, are you using Grammarly or are you using spell checker? Are you spelling criticizing cancel culture with a Z?
Bitch, I say what I want.
Well, you don't have to, like, follow its advice. You don't have to.
And that's the deeper problem, and why this story keeps making the rounds everywhere. What did Gina say?
Is it still making the story? Is it still making the rounds? It's been like 3 weeks now.
Okay. She said on an Instagram post, Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews.
Which is not the same. Conservative views, like the fucking far right bullshit, is not a religion. It's not an ethnicity. It's not an orientation. It's literally saying that masks don't do anything and buying into election fraud is not the same. It is not the same.
How is that any different from hating someone for their political views?
How is it not any different from hating someone for their political views? First of all, I don't hate anybody. I'm not gonna fucking go out and find a right-winger and like attack them. Okay? Second, if your views are hate, This is like you need to be tolerant of my intolerance. No, you don't.
And that is what Lucasfilm's own social media claimed. Her social media
I just realized that when I hit pause, the position of my mouse kind of looks like
denigrating people based on their
it does. It looks like
and
a
religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable.
Wait, what is he doing?
That is what Lucasfilm's own social media claimed. Her social media post.
Why are you pitch shifting?
Denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable.
Yeah. Kinda.
Someone please explain to me, what part of her statement denigrates people for their beliefs? There's nothing that I see that's...
Doing the whole pronouns thing, that was kind of denigrating. Let's see, what else did she fucking do? I gotta pull out my phone. Fucking, I really just want to get through this fucking video. I don't want to fucking do this video. I would rather be doing the guy who says the koalas don't exist. Because that guy's actually funny. What did say? She said beep boop boop on her Twitter because she didn't understand why people put pronouns there. She was educated online. She also received flack for retweeting alt-right tweets, making anti-mask posts on her Twitter. Let's see. It's silly because you're not supposed to make out themselves, so encouraging the show preferred pronouns is fine too. Making people, but if you bully someone into it, it's wrong. So but it's Twitter. Context of the man. It's funny. The anti-mask is. I'm just scrolling through Reddit. I should just ignore it. Yeah, really, she could have just ignored it. I ignore most of my flack. Anti-mask, anti-lockdown stuff. Explain the actual significance and decided... Pedro Plas explained the actual significance to her, and she decided it was still an awesome joke and snowflakes needed to grow up. 10%. Leaves. This is another reason why I wasn't gonna fucking really do this. Still, I think it's more edgy. So really, she was just posting a bunch of edgy alt-right crap. Why should be immune? Look, fam, we all live in a society where things can't control us. Considered a great thing to do. Koalas don't exist. They're just Ewoks in costumes. Then don't do it. LOL. Yeah, maybe do the same CCP pill shield or something. I don't know. Wipe off this. All right, back to it. Let's get back to it. Good Lord, this thing is 13 minutes long, and it's 13 minutes of this guy.
It's anti-Semitic. You ask a Jewish person, they won't think it's anti-Semitic.
Did you?
In fact, she's probably saying what Nazi...
No, did you? I'm not Jewish. To me, it is slightly anti-Semitic. Well, maybe not anti-Semitic, just in really, really bad taste. To compare someone like not being like platformed in some college campus because they said a bunch of Nazi shit to what the Nazis did to Jews. It's a little anti-Semitic. I want to hear them too. Also, those are AKG pronouns. Kid Fuzzy Weasel. Yeah, I was the one who asked you to do this on Patreon. You have permission to skip if you don't want to. If you want to do something funnier. Nah, dude, you told me to do it. So let's go. Let's do it. Look, here's my opinion. You gave me the money to do this like weeks ago, and I had, and this is, I've been really bad about Patreon, and I'm trying to get better at Patreon, trying to get better about doing this shit for Patreon. Like, I still got to draw that thing that you wanted me to draw, and I still got to draw that other thing, and I still got to ask a bunch of people what they want me to do. So let's just do this.
Did the Jews was bad. She's just simply making a comparison to what's going on today, with half the country pissed off and blaming the other half for all the problems going on. And
I like how you're not being specific.
People in power egging them on to continue hating each other. It's to the point where
that's not the same.
People from other countries on the outside looking in are thinking, dude, knock this off. I've seen left-leaning people call what she said as conservative victim complex.
Yeah, it is.
And yes, I could say that that's true, but I see both sides constantly claiming to be the victims. It's like a game of, no, I'm the victim, no, I'm the victim. And look,
it's because one side is genuinely trying to fuck up the world. Fuck. I will freely admit I am biased as fuck. Okay? But you not being able to fire someone for being gay does not make you a fucking victim. Okay? You not being able to tell other people what they can do to their own bodies does not make you a fucking victim. Let's see. I have a girlfriend of Jewish ancestry, and she sees her comment as anti-Semitism. Now we got anti-Semitic and oh, God.
I don't deny that there are conservatives and far rights who are homophobic, transphobic, etc.
Let me guess. You're going to say, but they are few and far between.
And not very tolerant. I get that. But far lefts are guilty of this shit too.
Really? We're homophobic and transphobic. All right.
And only they have the media on their side.
Oh, you. Fuck you. You have an entire... Actually, I would say progressives don't really have any kind of media on our side. Left-leaning centrists have a lot of media. And then, like, just alt-right nutfuckery have an entire swath of various circle-jerking echo chambers. But as far as, like, actual progressive media outlets, YouTube, some parts of YouTube, I mean, someone feed Yeezel a drink.
Constantly throwing around
give me
the Nazi word.
Give me a fucking...
Before Trump.
Give me an excuse to take a break to get another Corona, please.
Got elected. Always labeling anyone to the right of Chairman Mao as...
You are a bad faith act. You don't... When you frame it like that, it's very hard for me to take you seriously.
Nazis for merely disagreeing with them. So it's okay when leftists do it, but not when righties do it?
A lot of the times when we do it, it's fucking justified. Like, a lot of the times when we call out... When we say, like, hey, you're being kind of fascisty... You actually are kind of being fascisty. We're not calling you a fascist because we can't fire you. We're not calling you... I'm not... It is not the fucking same. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. I would argue that there are some progressive outlets like Democracy Now! Since I'm going to bed soon, yeah. Websites are all stuff.
Even if you're going to call what Gina said as conservative victim complex, there is some truth to what she said. You've had people constantly express views against Trump supporters and conservative, some going as far as saying we need to eliminate them.
Who? 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 Who on the left that actually has power, that actually has some power, says that? Because there's plenty of people. The president himself refused to give emergency aid to New York during that fucking hurricane in his first term. Stalled on all the fucking wildfires and shit. I mean, you can say, like, one side, just thinks we ought to go away. Okay. One side actually does it. Don't tweak anti-Semitic memes if you don't want to be called fasci. Yeah.
With politicians sharing the same.
And the Young Turks, like, if you want to count them as well, oh, God. One of these days I'll do a Feeding the Trolls on a Young Turks segment as soon as I find one that's, like, sufficiently interesting.
Same sentiment and encouraging people to go after him. All on...
Encouraging people to go after him, huh? I wonder what parallel I could draw where somebody in power instructs his followers to go after his political opponents. What parallels can I draw there? I wonder what.
Social media with no consequences.
In my experience, in my country, I'm reading comment, my country had to experience both genuine fascism and communism to people from my country, and I know the fact that people throw around the word socialist, communist, fascist as an insulting. Secular talk. Yeah,
Remember
secular
when
talk.
Maxine Waters publicly told all the people to go harass Trump officials?
Wait a minute, is it still secular talk? Or was it something else? I can't remember.
Even Pedro Pascal to go harass Trump officials?
To go bug them. To go talk, to go scream at them. Yeah. Okay. Did she tell them to go beat them up? And that she would pay the legal fees for them?
Even Pedro Pascal, the fucking star of The Mandalorian, was quoted on...
Really? I thought the star of The Mandalorian was the guy who played the Mandalorian. Wouldn't he be the star?
On social media comparing...
Literally a month before this, the people she sided with violently tried to kill Democratic officials in the Capitol.
Comparing ICE centers to concentration camps and comparing Trump supporters to Nazis.
Well, ICE centers are concentration camps. Then yeah, I'd say, if you're guarding them. And yeah, certain Trump officials are kind of fasci. Does that mean that every Trump supporter is a fascist? No. I would say the vast majority of Trump supporters are not fascists. I would say the vast majority of them don't really understand who or what they voted for, but I wouldn't call them fascists. But as far as to the extent that there were fascists in that administration, yes, there absolutely were.
And he didn't get any consequences.
Pedro Pascal is the guy who plays the Mandalorian. Shows you how much I know about the fucking Mandalorian. What the fuck, man? I don't fucking watch the show. Let me just reiterate to anybody just showing up. I didn't pick this, all right? I know very little about the fucking Mandalorian. Very little. This was chosen for me. Someone paid me to do this, and I'm fucking doing it.
You've had James Gunn making creepy pedo jokes.
Yeah, back in the day when he was working for Trope, and he immediately apologized for them. And by the way, they did fire him for it. Like, they actually did fire him. He got his job back. But they did fire him.
And he still has a job eventually.
Eventually.
Jack Morrissey tweets about
When I'm old, I'll write an alternate history where the Capitol Raiders actually took the senators hostage.
putting MAGA kids in wood chippers. Nothing.
What?
Jack Morrissey tweets about putting MAGA kids in wood chippers.
Did he? Let's look that up. If he did, that's fucked up. Jack Morrissey, film producer. There's something on the inside of this shit. By the way, I am actually wearing these for a reason. Because when I'm staring at a computer for long enough, my fucking eyes do actually start to hurt. This helps. Wood chipper. Let's take a look. John Morrissey, film producer for Beauty and the Beast, apologized for wishing the Covington boys into a wood chipper. Oh, he apologized. Morrissey's now deleted tweet. Oh, wow, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, Jack should have been fired. I agree. This guy, that I don't like, you can look it up. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up. He should have been fired. Since set his Twitter account to private, it was something that I did not give any thought to. It was fast and profoundly stupid tweet. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Probably should have had some consequences for that, man. Said he deleted the tweet as soon as he started to notice the backlash. Posted an apology. Disney didn't respond. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and argue that Disney is in any way principled. They're not. If they were principled, they probably wouldn't do business with China to start with. You and I are in agreement. That was fucked up. He should have gotten some mild cancellation. You could have gotten some cancellation from it. Yeah, probably. I don't know what, because from the looks of it, he wasn't showrunner and anything. I mean, he was Beauty and the Beast, so. Oh no, not Beauty and the Beast. I'm actually surprised. I'm really surprised Beauty and the Beast made its money back, to be honest. Actually, I'm surprised any of the Disney remake shit made their money back. They're pointless. I think a lot of people who voted for Trump don't know anything about anything. One person told me the election was illegitimate and communism sounded good. What? But I thought the sunglasses meant you were coming for Casey. I don't know who that is. I would pay good money to see that Lamo. Who? Wait, what? Bernie has to shed his fragile old metal and become a Terminator cyborg with a minigun hand. Yeah, kinda.
Nothing. Oh, but Gina talks about conservatives getting persecuted for their beliefs. What?
Compared people getting mad because they can't say openly homophobic shit to the Jews getting persecuted during the Holocaust.
What? She said what? Oh my God, we need to cancel Gina Carano. Everybody get on Twitter and get the hashtags trending.
You're acting like the other side doesn't also do hashtags. You do. All the time. Some of them become quite successful. This is not a one-sided conflict.
If you are truly a goddamn feminist, you should be pissed right there.
Why? Why? Being a feminist does not mean that automatically you just agree with anything ever said if it comes out of a woman's mouth. That's not what feminism is. That's not what that is.
Pedro gets away with making comparisons, but Gina gets fired for it.
What did Pedro say? Let me bring that up. Let me see. God, now I gotta look up these actors. Pedro Pascal tweet Holocaust. Did he? Fired for Mandalore. They want. Oh, so this is recent. Conservatives are demanding Pedro Pascal also be fired from The Mandalorian, which would effectively end The Mandalorian. No, they'll fire him right then in one episode to take off his helmet. It's like, hey, you look different. It's like, yeah, all the years of wearing the helmet fucked up my face. And I also grew a little taller. Yeah, Pedro Pascal comparing the situation on our border with concentration camps is not the same as comparing someone being, socially ostracized for being viciously homophobic to, the Holocaust. There's a difference. One comparison is actually accurate. The other comparison is just whining. Let's see. Am I supposed to feel bad for her? Because I don't. Is it really too bad you can't find any Stefan Molyneux's old videos? I don't know how far down. Yeah, I never thought I'd see an episode of Fing the Trolls live. I did them a couple of times last year. Back in the day, there was this notion that all women must support each other, but then that died along the same time Bernie came along. What? No? Let's see. Mulan did tank, but the actress who played Mulan expressed support for Hong Kong police protesters. Yeah, okay, well that's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and just defend everything Disney does. I think the more apt comparison would be Japanese internment camps, but yeah, Pedro wasn't wrong.
Male privilege.
There were not concentration camps on the border, just like she said it was hyperbolic in nature. No, I'd argue that the camps on the border are pretty goddamn close to concentration camps.
Alert, motherfuckers! Oh, wait. You're all about that bullshit unless she doesn't share the same opinions or beliefs. So it's okay.
No, I think I'm being fair and balanced. I mean, I think I am. Post in the comments that if I'm not. I'm not like that one guy who I did, Owen. I'm not Owen Benjamin. I'm not going to ban you for life for disagreeing with what I have to say.
Okay when you label one side as a Nazi, but not okay when the other side labels something.
If the metaphor is apt, then yes. If your metaphor is accurate, then yes. If your metaphor is not accurate, then no.
As a Nazi. Rules for thee, not for me.
That's what you do.
For all you people on the left who favor socialism and throw around the word Nazi like a racial slur, Nazis and communists are two sides of the same socialist coin.
Oh, fuck you. All right, so this guy also doesn't know anything. Nazis were not socialists. It had socialist in the name to encourage German workers to join, because at the time it didn't have the same connotation. But Hitler hated socialism. He hated communism. Hitler hated that. They are not two sides of the same coin. You dumbass. You are not fair and balanced because that's not possible. Everyone has biases. Okay, yeah, probably. I'm not an AI, so yeah. In an internment camp. Let's see. Nazis were anti-socialist. Socialists were the first to go to the camps. Yeah. First to go to the camps were fucking Hitler's rivals. Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, must be the... Yeah, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The DPRK must be a democracy because it has democracy in the name. It's got to be a republic because it's got republic in the name. What is the People's Republic of China? Is that what it called? Is that the CCP? That's got to be a republic because it says republic in the name. The Union of Socialist Soviet Republics must be a republic because it's got republic in the name.
Nazi being short for National Socialist German Workers' Party.
Again, having it in the name does not make it this does not like it's not it is not the same fucking thing. God damn. Honestly, I don't think this YouTuber is a troll either. Most of the people I do on Feeding the Trolls are not trolls. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Really, Feeding the Trolls is just all about who I find interesting. And I want to reiterate that I'm not... Just to reiterate, I didn't pick this. I don't... The guy who paid for this is watching this, too. And he's probably getting pissed off. Because I keep going like, hey, not my idea to watch this. It's his idea. He's probably getting really angry. But listen, I didn't choose this. Someone paid me to do this one, so I'm doing this one, and I'm trying to find things to work off of. Had it not been me, I would have done the other one. I would have done the one with koalas not being real. That would be a fun one to do live. But the thing is, I filmed that. I filmed the koalas. I filmed the fake animal one last year, all the way back into last year, but I didn't like the audio. And I actually got someone on Twitter to film a part for it. So it wouldn't be fair for me to do that one live just because they filmed a part for that. And I kind of want to use their footage because they did the there's a part in it where the guy calls it a furry conspiracy. So I had to like go all over Twitter trying to find, hey, anybody got a suit? Anybody got a suit and want to be on the show? And I got this one guy, and he was a real trooper about it. So I don't want to do that one live because he put some effort into his, and I want to get that. I want to use that. However, the one where the guy is talking about planets not being real, I could do that one live. Actually, that would be a really good candidate. Oh, I could get some guests on to do that one. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next Feeding the Trolls live is going to be the fake planet one, and I'm going to have guests. So that'll be the next one. I have to get through this because I got paid to do this. But next one, the next Feeding the Trolls live is going to be the fake planet one, and I'm going to get some guests. I'll do it. Oh, shit. I'll get Discord on it. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, fuck. When can I do that? When can I fucking do that? Let me check and see when I can do that. Because if I could do that tomorrow, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome if I could do it tomorrow. And have, like, guests on. That'd be fucking cool. All right, so let's just get through this. I've got less than 5 minutes to go on this thing, I think.
Or the USSR. Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Oh, my God. Oh no! Okay, well, to be fair, there actually was an element of socialism in there. So, okay, you got one right. But you're just by your fucking own example. I guess the Soviet Union was actually a republic because it had republic in the name. Fuck, man. Yeah, I got a Discord. I don't know how to properly advertise my Discord. So I don't. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to Discord. I really don't know how to do it right. I'm sure if I knew how to do it right, there'd be a lot more people in it. But I really I don't know how to do Discord right. I know a bunch of people who do though. So really, I ought to hit them up because. I gotta do Discord. Discord's a lot of fun. Let's see.
And both of them were equally responsible for killing off their own citizens for not having the same opinions and beliefs.
Yeah. The Nazis definitely did that, and the Soviets... I think the Soviets were a little bit more, like, non-discriminatory on who they threw in their gulags. I think it was just like, hey, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Time to break rocks. Definitely. Okay, I'll give them that, though. There were definitely political prisoners did go to gulags. Yeah, like, especially during the Stalin era. There was, political dissidents went to gulags. After Stalin, the practice got toned down a bunch. And then I think Brezhnev... Because there was Stalin, and then after Stalin, there was... who's the K? Who's the K guy? He was really fond of Twinkies, if I remember correctly. It was, fuck! Who was the guy after Stalin? Khrushchev. Okay, Khrushchev. Khrushchev. He initially stopped the gulag, that whole system, and then he restarted it, but not to the same capacity as Stalin. Khrushchev wasn't a great guy. None of the Soviet leaders were really, really great guys, None of them were really, I think even Gorbachev, he did a couple of questionable things, but I think Gorbachev, after Stalin, you start to get into like leaders that are more or less on the same threshold of evil as the average U.S. president. I mean, neither side can really hold up the flame of justice. Nobody can. The French can't, especially with them trying desperately to hold on to their colonial stuff after the in the 50s. The Dutch certainly can't. Britain certainly cannot. But yeah, back to what this guy's saying. Yeah, Stalin was genuinely horrible. Yeah, Stalin was an awful, awful guy. I would say he's likely on the same level as Hitler. Yeah. It depends on what a good person is, to be honest. Name a leader of a country that is or was a good person. Jimmy Carter. Yeah, he wasn't that great at hostage negotiation. Yeah. But I think Carter has kind of shown that he's a good guy. Everything Carter has done has, like, he builds fucking houses at 98, for fuck's sake. I think, yeah, Jimmy Carter, that's a good guy. Shit, that's the only one I'm bringing. Nelson Mandela? I don't know a whole lot about Nelson Mandela, but I'm pretty sure Nelson Mandela was a good guy. Yeah, I know the link to the thing is expired, but every time I put a link to my Discord, it expires. Ulysses S. Grant. No, because he fucked over the Indians. He fucked over the Native Americans. Andrew Jackson did as well. Was J.E.B.? I don't know what that's like a reference to. Lenin was an awful dude. Yeah, Lenin was not great. Angela Merkel is okay. I don't know enough about Angela Merkel. I assume she's all right. I don't think Lenin is that bad, but yeah, Lenin put down a lot of. Lenin started up the Gulag system, and he was not shy about being cruel to people who did not agree with him. Oh, I didn't know Grant did that. When you make an invite, you can set the amount of time it goes out and how many people can join it. All right, well, after this, I'm going to go onto Discord and try and figure that shit out, because I do need to figure that out, because I need to get into Discord. So anyway, let's keep going with this.
Or simply for being who they were. My Oma and Opa in Austria and Yugoslavia, respectively, were just as worried about both of them during World War II.
Yeah. I'm sorry, at what point do you, is this like at what point does you bring this back to Quran? At what point does this have anything to do with anything? No one is arguing that Stalin was good. No one is arguing that Stalin was good. Being a democratic socialist, being a socialist, is not a tacit endorsement of Stalin. You know?
And again, Gina, by comparing being a Republican to a Jew in Nazi Germany, she was essentially criticizing cancel culture.
There are a lot of comparisons I can make that are like, yeah, they are not the same. They are really not the same. That's not anywhere even. I was about to say, like, that's not a good comparison. That's not a comparison, period. That's not like, there's nothing about the U.S. right now where you can even make a semblance of an argument that being right-wing is like being a Jew in Nazi Germany. Not a fucking one. And to do that is being very, very disingenuous. I would say to do that is being willfully ignorant of the actual situation, and just being upset that that people will call you out on Twitter. And you know what? If you want to say like people were overreacting to the pronoun thing, I disagree, but fine. But people getting upset at you on Twitter for not having pronouns in your Twitter bio is not the same thing as being a Jew during the Holocaust. That's like saying that getting into a fender bender is just like what happened to Dale Earnhardt. It's not. No, not even that. That's like saying having to stop short to avoid hitting someone because they stopped short is like being Dale Earnhardt. That is the fucking chasm you have to jump for that to even remotely fucking work. I got offered new work immediately after being fired, just like victims of genocide. Fuck. Yeah, Ben Shapiro picked her up immediately. And now he can do Run, Hide, Fight 2. I assume Run, Hide, Fight 2 will take place... I don't know. She'll fight a Transformer. I don't know what Ben Shapiro is probably going to make a movie where... I want to see Ben Shapiro make a zombie movie and just have it be so ham-fisted. Like I feel like I do want to review Run Hide Fight because I saw a really bad review of it that I want to reference heavily. And basically the guy was saying like Run Hide Fight surprisingly didn't have any kind of political message. Like, what the fuck? Did you watch the movie? The fuck are you talking about? It didn't have any kind of fucking message in it? What? Anyway, Ben Shapiro, hypothetically, let's say you're a banker. Dang, this guy's saying so many insane claims at once that Fuzzy Weasel has to pause. To be fair, this is Feeding the Trolls live. So, you know, you all see Feeding the Trolls like the edited version. You don't see me standing in front of the camera like thinking like, what should I say here? You know, you don't see a lot of that.
And people who attack others for differing beliefs, and how people will seek you out and try to ruin you for being you.
Oh my God. That is not the fucking same. That is not the fucking same. If anything, this works against you. Back in the 90s, you couldn't be an actor on a major you couldn't. This is terrible. This is a really terrible fucking take.
So what better way to...
Why does Weasel look like the News Chopper 5 pilot for Left 4 Dead? I wish I had a stable job like that. How about a compromise? Gender-neutral potato head, but also include a pipe and make it so parts can stab into... Oh, God. Ashkit, come on, man. Calm down, Ashkit.
Prove her wrong by proving her right instead. You...
What kind of mental gymnastics are you doing?
Idiots cannot make this shit up.
You just said Nazis were socialists because they had socialist in their name.
The whole push of Biden as the great uniter.
Nobody is... Okay, I was about to say no one's pushing that. I had to stop myself because mainstream media does actually push that. No one left of center is pushing that. We're all kind of hoping he is, but preliminary results show that, one side isn't exactly interested in uniting, and the other side is trying to work with that side. No, there's no uniting. This whole thing's a quagmire. Why does... Okay... Yeah, but why should people lose their job over saying an irony reference like that where we have gotten? Well, here's my thinking. It was not just that one bit. It was a string of events. I've worked with, like, these kinds of companies before. I'm not going to name names, but let's say I have done contracts with very large companies. And... my thinking is that they probably, like, warned her a couple of times. They were probably like, hey, cut this shit out. Because here's the thing. Disney is a private corporation. They can hire and fire whoever for whatever. They are not beholden to the Constitution. So regardless of whether or not you think she should have been fired, we're talking Disney. Now, Disney doesn't have any kind of principalities behind their decision. They didn't look at what she did and go, she is violating our strict moral compass. We must show solidarity and be rid of her. No, they saw all the negative press that was going on, and they were like, oh, shit, well, cut this one loose. But they have the ability to do that. They're not a government. They're not the United States. They're a mega corporation, which, by the way, our side says needs to be broken up. Just putting it out there. He brought up Disney rulebook, and it states you get 3 chances. Yeah, I probably got 3 chances. Ted Cruz went full simp. Gorilla. Biden, we can't afford 15 minimum wage that I promised. Also, Biden offers bombs to Syria. Yeah, fucking Christ, that guy. You think if he was actually going to say socialist, he'd use the same semblance of economic argument. Instead, they were called socialists. Biden camps are still happening. Yeah, Biden's not great. You're not going to hear me argue that Biden's a good guy.
Oh, the Democrats are in power, and we have big tech on our side, and we are the party of tall.
You know that my side actually wants to break up those companies, right? You know that we want to break up Facebook too, right? We don't like cultural monopolies. Like,
And embrace different.
It amuses me when these people imply that one of the most monopolistic corporations in the world is Marxist. Yeah, no, Disney is so communist.
Different views, except when we fucking don't and try to get you fired instead.
You mean like you? You mean like you people?
Now, do I think that liberals are on the verge of rounding up conservatives into ghettos before being shifted like cattle? No. But
oh, really? Wow. How gracious of you.
It doesn't stop people from feeling that way.
Oh, fuck you. I haven't... for fuck's sake. Fuck off, guy. I can't make fun of trans people. It's like they're gonna ship me off to a camp. Fucking hell. Do you not, like... I gotta have this bottle cap so I can throw it at things, but for fuck's sake, dude. Get over yourself. Get the fuck over yourself. Oh my God. People getting mad at you because you support a really fashy guy, because you don't think an election that was legitimate is legitimate because your guy didn't win. People like you, just people getting mad at you for not wearing a mask during a fucking global pandemic when you go around other fucking people. People saying you should wear a mask is not the same fucking thing. And if it makes you think that, if you walk around and you're like, oh my God, this store won't let me in because I don't want to wear a mask. It's just like the Holocaust. If you genuinely think that, then you need help. You need to go take a trip to a country where there's actual oppression. Like actual political oppression. Take a quick trip out to let's see, where's a good place? Sudan. Either one. You know? Take a trip out to Libya. Go actually see what oppression looks like before you fucking sit there and go like, oh, I can't. People got mad at me for making fun of pronouns on Twitter. This is just like the Holocaust. My God. I was worried when I started this that I would be having to do fucking like math, and I'd be trying to make this work, but really just me sitting here and just like hearing this guy's bad take after bad take after bad take after bad take. God damn. And China. Muscles can't stop COVID. They conflate any kind of authoritarianism power with fashion. North Korea. It's only like the Holocaust because of Trump and not because of the mask mandate, because 500,000 people died. No, wait, MK doesn't exist because they're all actors. Yeah, North Korea doesn't even exist. Didn't you see the video? They're all actors. North Korea doesn't exist.
In my point of view, Gina said nothing wrong.
Well, you're wrong. Okay.
At least nothing worth getting fired over.
Well, that's between her and Disney.
She was basically saying that people who don't treat their political neighbors decently can be roped into doing things that are evil.
No. I'm not saying no to that. I'm saying no, that's not what that was. There's literally a genocide going on in Myanmar right now, and this dude is concerned with... From my point of view, the Jedi are evil! And yes, and he should be concerned about the Texas snowstorm and the power outage as well. Yes.
Maybe she didn't need to make an overall Holocaust comparison.
You're about a quarter of the way there, son.
And could have worded it differently.
There you go. You're about 36 to 40% of the way there. Come on. You can do this.
But people have said much worse or have been much more direct. They still have a job. Again.
No one is fucking arguing. No one is fucking like... Well, this guy, he still has a job. Okay, yeah, that's fucked up. The guy who said that, you know, the MAGA kid should have been thrown into a wood chipper and posted a tweet of the MAGA kid getting thrown into a wood chipper, fucked up. Yes, should have faced some repercussions. Comparing being bullied on Twitter, not even bullied. Comparing having people call you out on Twitter for poking fun at pronouns is not the goddamn same thing as being thrown into a box cart. Jesus. Weasel, I think I saw you in the background of North Korea parade video. Maybe she didn't need to make an overall Holocaust comparison. Yeah, maybe.
And her co-star literally made a Holocaust comparison, and he's still the star.
Yeah, because his comparison was actually worth it. His comparison actually, was genuine and compared shit.
So Pedro is good because he's on the progressive left.
That's not what it is at all.
But Gina is bad because she isn't?
Bad because she made fun of pronouns and masks and bought into the fucking election fraud bullshit and was posting all this shit all over the goddamn place and causing all kinds of fucking problems.
So explain to me how that is supposed...
It's like comparing Uyghur camps to what America did to its indigenous population.
Supposed to lead Americans to
that
unite again now that Trump is gone. Oh, wait. You have bitches like Pelosi too busy trying to...
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, no, sure. You're the grown man in the room. See, this is why I don't take this guy seriously, and I'm not willing to put in... this is why I'm not putting in half of the effort to do this, because that shit, that kind of shit. I'm going to move this over so I can get... So, yeah.
Get him impeached again. Right, because that's what we need to spend all of government money to do instead of helping reopen businesses. You fucking moron.
But hey, if you want to reopen businesses, how about you wear a mask and actually slow this fucking thing down? You fucking moron.
And even if you do feel like what she said was dumb...
For reference, there were history comments taking place under duress that were internationally poorly explained to people who barely understand English on the border. Not wrong, it is very similar.
And morbid. You need to realize that the obvious bias by the media and big tech is one reason why 70 million Americans feel the same way she does.
70 million Americans feel the same way she does because their leader grifted them. And by the way, it's not 70 million. 70 million people voted. Doesn't mean 70 million people also think it was stolen. That means 70 million people bought into the lie. It means 70 million people voted. Don't throw that shit around. And by the way, I don't care. I don't care if 70 million people think the earth is fucking flat. Doesn't mean it's so. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Hot Red Hot Chili Peppers. Wear a mask. Oh, silly weasel. That requires selflessness. Yeah.
And firing people just for expressing their opinions, morbid or not, it's just proving their point.
I'm sorry, I was reading a comment while he was talking. But of course this guy thinks tossing money blindly at businesses and all will take COVID away from... Yeah, toss the money at the businesses. That'll make it go away. So what did he say? I missed it.
Just for expressing their...
I missed it.
70 million Americans feel the same way she does. And firing people just for expressing their opinions, morbid or not.
Disney is not the government. Disney is not the progressive left. Disney is not the Democrats. Disney is a massive private corporation who, under other circumstances, you would be championing. I'm going to just throw a wild guess out here and say this guy would be making a video happy as could fucking be if Kathleen Kennedy got fired because of a Twitter storm. I would be willing to put $2,000, roughly my credit card debt, on this guy making a video going like, it finally happened. We finally showed all those woke, go broke leftist liberals who's boss because we got Kathleen Kennedy fired through Twitter. I guarantee you this guy would be making that. Guarantee it. People had their eyes open nice and wide on January 6th. Oh yeah, you guys keep bringing up like January 6th. This guy made this after January 6th. This was made in fucking February 15th. Disney is not the government. Yet. Yeah, no, good point. Good point, Sam. It's not the government yet. It's almost there.
It's just proving their point. Even if we disagree on what she said being true or not true, and you think what she said was stupid and out of line, can we at least agree that she didn't deserve to get fired over it?
No. Disney will do what Disney will do. No. Now you wanna like, okay, let's say I'm in charge of Disney and this shit's going on. Yeah, I probably will. But if I'm in charge of Disney, Disney's not going to be doing money with a lot of people. Don't put me in charge of Disney. Don't put me in charge of Disney. Disney's pulling out of a lot of places and like voluntarily splitting up into a couple of different companies if I'm in charge of Disney. You don't want to put me in charge of Disney. But no, one of my things on Disney, yeah, probably firing her and a bunch of other people and doing a corporate-wide deep investigation into sexual abuse. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of people in there that have done that have gotten away with it because they're part of the old guard or whatever. Not going to fly. Guarantee it. You should make another show called Feeding the Turtles where instead of making fun of really stupid people, you just sit and feed turtles pieces of hot dogs and stuff. That's a good April Fool's video. I'll consider that April Fool's video like feeding the turtles, and it's just me in like a wildlife refuge with some lettuce feeding a... Actually, you know what? The NC Zoo has a Santa Cruz Galapagos turtle that would actually be kind of fun to do an episode where I just went down there with the camera and it's like, so guys, Cute Fuzzy Weasel here, and it's time to feed the turtle. And then for 30 minutes straight, I'm just feeding the guy like some cabbage to a turtle. I actually like that idea a lot. I'll have to see how much time I have for the April 1st episode because I'm doing an April 1st episode. I'm waffling on whether or not I want to do an April 1st episode where I do one episode that's like completely Google Translate, or an episode where I do something else. Oh, Wyatt, you're in here. Hey, how's it going? Wyatt, how you doing? Another thing you learn when you work for a media company is that if you embarrass them in any way, you embarrass them in any way, they'll fuck you up. See, I have watched several people who did stupid things get their walking papers. Yeah.
Even if what I think you say is idiotic, you have a right to say it.
You're not a fucking government. Put yourself in the shoes of a corporation. You're in the shoes of a corporation, not a government. If I'm in charge of a government, then that's completely different. If I'm in charge of a government, then yeah, she can say it all day long. So long as she doesn't get anybody hurt, she can say whatever the fuck she wants. But Disney is not a fucking government. Yet. I keep putting that in there because Sam was right. It's not a government yet.
I don't believe in canceling people for what they say. Now, if
you're not a government.
It's a personal attack on an individual or a call to violence, then that's another matter.
Okay. So it's good that we canceled the president? Sounds like a good thing.
Am I saying people shouldn't be held accountable for it? Not at all.
Okay, what if they do a fucking hilariously bad take? Should they be held accountable for that?
Say something explicitly racist and get caught saying stuff like, kill all...
Clears throat, 10-minute video. Oh, God. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Don't worry, we're almost done.
Insert minority group here, then yes.
Even if I don't like what you said, I think you have a right to say it. Does he have any videos of left-wingers being fired over bad takes? It happens a lot. Disneyland will be the new China in 2050.
You deserve to be held accountable and suffer consequences.
Sounds like you're pro-cancel culture then. What the fuck?
But Gina didn't say anything of the sort. She didn't denigrate anybody. She didn't say...
I'd say she denigrated Holocaust survivors a little bit by comparing them to a minor inconvenience.
Anything hate.
Your politics have given a corporation a right to act as a private citizen. Yeah.
Hateful about anybody. If someone's political stance ruins your enjoyment of their work, look, if I only watch or listen to people with the same political beliefs or religious beliefs that I have, then my list would be extremely small.
I don't know. I think you probably do that. But yeah, your list would be extremely small.
So even though I lean right of
Cutthroat, just bamboozled Washington
Center, I enjoy the work of countless actors, actresses.
I'm sorry, wait.
Even though I lean right of center.
Bullshit, you lean. You lean. Fuck, no you fucking don't. Don't you fucking lie. There ain't no lean. You ain't no leaning right of center. I hear the fucking anger in that voice. You ain't leaning. Don't lie.
I enjoy the work of countless actors, actresses, artists, and musicians, even if they're bleeding lefties and sometimes say stupid political shit I don't agree with.
If I enjoy someone's work and they come out and say fascist or like super homophobic shit, I'm suddenly not going to enjoy their work very much. I'm not. Now, can you separate an artist from their work? On certain levels, you can, but you got to turn off parts of your brain. You got to turn off parts of your brain to do that. And this is something that pissed me off about I had an art teacher. I had an art teacher who basically said that like everything is political, right? Every single thing is political. is inexplicably intertwined with its creator's politics and the politics of that society in which it was created. And for a long time, I disagreed with him adamantly. And I still do for certain things. Certain things are just tools. I don't think there's anything inherently political about a wrench. I don't think there's anything inherently political about a wheel. To me, they're shapes. But he was the kind of person who would go, okay, and this is kind of how he talked. He said, all right, okay, what is the wrench made of? What's the steel made of? What is the symbols on the wrench? What's, printed on the wrench? Where did you buy the wrench? Did the wrench participate in a capitalistic system? Like, he'd go off on that. So, I mean, if you want to dig into if you dig deep enough, then everything is political, yes. But when it comes to creators and their creation, no, I think yeah, there's certain things that are inherently political that you really can't separate. And you run into this with authors all the time. A real obvious example, right, would be H.P. Lovecraft. PC CFW LOL. So H.P. Lovecraft, really enjoy his work. Really, for the time that it came out, really inventive universe. Really groundbreaking shit that he did. Guy was a fucking anti-Semitic racist nutjob. Reflected in his work. Anybody who's ever read Mountains of Madness or the Dunwich Horror, you know his fucking politics are weaved in there. The number of times I've been listening to a story by H.P. Lovecraft on like Audible and just had like the speaker on, just listening to it while I did work, and then it would come to a part where he'd say some shit and I'd have to like scramble, like turn that off, like, oh fuck, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that. Yeah, they're inexplicably intertwined with their work. So, while I'm not going to like be unable to read or enjoy like shit from somebody just because they happen to lean right, or because they happen to be even if they're like more right wing. Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm gonna hate it, but if they're saying really objectionably like shitty things. And by the way, this goes to the left too. If I'm reading something from someone who's going to turn around and say, and yeah, you should seize property from people, and Stalin actually had some good ideas, I'm not going to be able to enjoy that guy's work. But I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that you can separate the fucking artist from the art, because you can't. Tyler, what are you doing? Tyler, I bought that chair new and you fucked it up. Oh yeah, Tyler's been beside me the whole time. Tyler, come here. Earn your keep for like 5 fucking seconds. Boom. Tyler. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. How do you know that the camera's on? How the fuck do you know? How do you know the camera's on? Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Tyler. Anyway, that's Tyler. Tyler, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Canceled because he thought Stalin had some good ideas. Did he think Stalin had good ideas, or was he a communist? Let's see. Well, guys, it's Tyler time. Kitty, yes, it's Tyler time. We love you, Tyler. All right.
I understand if you're more, hey, I don't give you money to express your political views. I give you money to pretend to be someone else. Or I give you money to play an instrument or a sport for my entertainment. But
are you going to like go into the take a knee shit? Like, are you going to get into that too? I swear to God, if he gets pissed off, if I look through his channel and I find a video where he gets pissed off at people taking a knee, and then he's gonna go turn around and make a video like this fucking hypocrite.
They're human beings.
Cute fuzzy cat.
Opinions just like the rest of us. And if they're saying something of their own accord on their own time, like their own Twitter feed, for example, it's your fault for following it.
Hey, it's your fault for giving corporations that much power to start with. You're the one who made them people.
And if you think people should lose their jobs over it, well, this is the society that you fuckers have created.
You created it, you fucking asshole. You fucking asshole. You created this shit, you dink.
Oh, look at all those people canceling their Disney.
What the fuck? Oh, he pitch shifts, right? He pitch shifts.
Plus subscription because of Gina getting fired. I thought they were against cancel culture.
I don't think Disney's worrying about that at all. They maybe lost a couple thousand subscribers over that. They ain't hurting for money. Disney could pay every one of us $1 million and they still wouldn't be hurting for money. That's Disney.
No, boycotts and getting people fired are two different things.
Are they? What if someone gets fired because of a boycott?
The people who are boycotting and canceling their subscription are simply choosing not to give money to Disney anymore because they continue to do things they don't support.
And being incredibly vocal about it on Twitter. I wonder who else is doing that.
But still...
Bigots act bigoted. Most people are not cool with it. Why did people create the society in which I can't be bigoted?
Acknowledging the right for the show to continue on and Disney to exist. You cancel culture fucks are just throwing tantrums until you get your way. And
yeah, we should... You know what? You're right. We are throwing tantrums, but I think we need to focus our tantrum, though. We need to focus our tantrum on Disney HQ, maybe. We should have a rally around there and then go storm it. Look in the fucking mirror sometime. Damn.
if you're all about racial injustice and progressive reforms, where were you when John Boyega practically got censored and his character got downplayed in the sequel trilogy because China doesn't like black people, yet Lucasfilm wanted China's money?
We were saying the same thing! We were saying the same fucking thing! Is this guy not paying the fuck attention? Quit fucking around with your weird pillow. I believe in the free market until the free market does something that I don't like, and then the free market's bad. March 6th, we storm Disney HQ. Oh, God, don't. I don't think they have an HQ anyway.
You're going to attack Gina Carano for what she said?
I swear the projection is like the right's core philosophy.
And get her fired, but say nothing about actual concentration camps being held in the Chinese province?
Are you not paying the fuck attention? Who does this guy? Oh shit. Okay, good. I thought for a second I broke that. I need to throw this over here. There. This guy, I swear to God, this guy acts like the only thing he ever fucking watches is like Ben Shapiro and Newsmax. And then he, like, fucker, this fucking idiot. If you're gonna complain about left fucking progressive people, maybe you should read up on what they actually think. Instead of just being, no, I like being ignorant. Instead of just openly admitting that you're stupid and then, fuck. This guy.
where they filmed the goddamn Mulan remake? That's the problem. People are directing their outrage to the wrong things.
There is no single direction to focus outrage. You can focus it in many different directions at once. It's quite easy.
I guess they're following...
Cute Fuzzy Dictator will rule from the ruins of Disneyland. Please stop. Don't start doing that.
Example of Congress, and it makes it scary to think that if people want you gone, they'll find a way.
I was reading.
And it makes it scary to think that if
I
film
was
the goddamn Mulan remake, that's the problem. People are directing their outrage to the wrong things. I guess they're following example of Congress.
What?
And it makes it scary to think that if people want you gone, they'll find a way. And
that's always been the case.
Nowadays, it doesn't matter how long ago your statement was. Even if your views have changed, you can still get in trouble for what you said if it doesn't fit in with what the media and big tech narrative is pushing.
This guy needs to fucking look in the goddamn mirror. You just, not but fucking an hour and a half ago, but in the video's context, not but fucking 8 minutes ago, you brought up James Gunn. You people got James Gunn fucking fired. You did this exact same fucking thing. And he got his fucking job back, by the way, because he was sufficiently repentant of this very stupid joke he made. And also because it was a long fucking time ago, and because the fans kept telling Disney to do it. God. Oh, so let's see. Probably a major narrative on the right is that impeachment and removal is basically their Benghazi. Fuck.
The best course of action for people who criticize cancel culture is to prove them wrong by showing it doesn't exist. And how do you do that?
Wait, okay, I need to... Wait, what?
Culture is to prove
what?
with what the media and big tech narrative is pushing. The best course of action for people who criticize cancel culture is to prove them wrong by showing it doesn't exist.
What? Okay, what did he just say?
With what the media and big tech narrative is pushing. The best course of action for
the best course of action
people who criticize cancel culture.
For people who criticize cancel culture. All right, so the best thing to do if you don't like cancel culture
is to prove them wrong.
Is to prove cancel culture wrong, I'm assuming, is what he's trying to say.
By showing it doesn't exist.
What? The best way to prove this thing you don't like is wrong is by showing the side that likes the thing that the thing doesn't exist? Comments, am I missing something? Let me hear that again. What?
With what the media and big tech narrative is pushing. The best course of action for people who criticize cancel culture is to prove them wrong by showing it doesn't exist.
What? What? Am I okay? Seriously, comments. Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? Am I missing a detail? Galaxy Brain, prove it wrong by showing it doesn't exist. I bet that's how this guy did this guy just say the best way to deal with cancel culture is to ignore it? I think he's saying that liberals need to prove conservatives they cancel culture doesn't exist. No, you're not missing anything. The guy has a brain the size of a walnut. Max Tempest, you goddamn genius. I'm trying. I'm genuinely trying to. Maybe here. Let me play it a little bit more.
And how do you do that? You let people live their lives and say what they want to say.
What? What? Wait. What? 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 The best way to... No. I need to watch that again. I know this is like... I know we're so close to the end, but I genuinely am trying to figure out what he's trying to say.
Pushing. The best course of action.
The best course of action.
For people who criticize cancel culture.
For people who criticize cancel culture.
Is to prove them wrong.
By showing it doesn't exist. And how do you do that?
You let people live their lives.
The best... What? Seriously, am I missing this? Everything this guy says is reminiscent of his... The best way to prove cancel culture wrong is to prove it doesn't exist by letting people say what they want to say. But you just said it exists, though. Hang on, did you just make a video about something you don't even think is real? What the fuck? I feel like I'm he either makes no fucking sense or I am missing something super obvious, and I'm genuinely, what the fuck? Am I missing something? Okay, let people say what they want to say. How does that change Disney? Okay, let Disney fire who they want. Let Disney fire who they want. I'm literally looking at the feed. I'm literally looking at the feed just to see, because how far behind is like the chat. Okay, the chat's not that far behind. Okay, is he saying that liberals think cancel culture doesn't exist? To ignore the people who are... So don't worry about the people who are trying to cancel them. No, see, clearly Disney doesn't want to fire her, but they were pressured by the left to take action. Okay, so Disney does... No, Disney's not going to get pressured to do anything. Disney's going to do what Disney wants to fucking do. What? Like a minute behind, I guess.
Say what they want to say. It's not that fucking hard.
Apparently it is for you.
If you allow only one point of view to exist on a platform but not another, then you're the epitome of cancel culture.
That's what you want to do. What? I am fucking confused.
And if you're going to keep doing this shit to people you don't like, then stop acting so surprised when they fight back, either find new adventures, or keep losing trust in the media, big tech, and the establishment government. I'm Desert Coyote 22, and thanks for listening.
Get a fucking clue in a box. Get a box clue. Jesus. That was some fucking weird shit towards the end. All right. Anyway, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel. Chunky Funky Weasel. Theoretically, we should be able to vote control Disney through our wallets. Yeah, theoretically, but I think at this point they're beyond any human conception of money. Even if it swings correctly once or twice, it's all just to keep the bottom line from falling out. Yeah. Oh my God, it was an inside job. I remember that name. Yeah. Anyway, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel. If you like this video, like, comment. I guess this is all just comments. Subscribe. Check out the other videos I've done. I've got Patreon. You can support me on Patreon. Yeah, got good game. Good game. And I'm going to look into see about next one of these, because I definitely, next one of these, I want to have guests and I want to have people on and I want it to be fun. So, yeah, next one is not going to be this, but I did it. I did it. Well, of course he made a video about something that isn't real. Look at how it contributed to the success of Trisha Paytas, Alex Jones, and all the other morons. Yeah. Bye, Weasel. Bye. Bye. I'm going to go. I'm going to go get another beer and get some other shit done. Anyway, this is Cute Fuzzy